Hey everyone, it's Becky. I just have a altered muffin tin to show you guys. I'm doing this for a swap with Marla Rizzo. So over the summer we decided to do a muffin tin swap, and Marla works a lot of hours, and she was at the time I think working 3 jobs. So it's kind of, been at our own speed, but I got my stuff done and so I want to mail it to her. And so I'm going to do these videos really quick and just show you guys. This isn't a design team project, but I didn't really use like a whole bunch on this muffin tin. I didn't want to like overcrowd it, so pretty much all I did. This part right here is inspired by Bona, which is Live, Love, Scrap on YouTube. And then these are inspired by Miss Liberty 25, which is Miranda. And I'll post the link to Miranda's tutorial for these. It's for her graphic 45 DT submission. I think it was her final one, but you have to watch a little bit of her video and then she goes into the tutorial. And they're actually a lot of fun to make, these little cupcakes. I thought all these little flowers was going to be kind of a pain, but they actually wasn't. It went really quick. So I'm going to take these out really quick and then I'll go over those after. Just want to show you the muffin tin really quick. So this is pretty much the muffin tin. The clock is glued down. I thought it was really cute to add that to it. So I spray painted the muffin tin white. It was just one I got at Walmart. So here's the bottom. It's just plain white. I didn't do anything to it. Here on the top, the muffin tin cups I actually just left white. Because I didn't really know what to do and I didn't want to like mess it up. But the top I did do like the script stencil with some spun sugar dazzlers, and then I did the reverse chicken wire, and my fingers like really gross. I was helping my husband clean out the garage and I stuck my finger in paint, so it looks funny now and I can't get it off. And then there's the reverse chicken wire, and then this is the micro dot one right here that has like the flower and the different writing on it. It's from Prima. And then this is the artist stencil, and then the reverse chicken wire again, more micro dots. And then what I did was, after I did that, I used some of that, I think it is vintage rose. It's like a kind of a darker kind of I don't know, dusty rose kind of color, the Distress Paint by Tim Holtz. And I put sand in it, and then I just kind of dabbed it on there. The sand, I don't know if you guys can really see, it only picked up in a few spots, which is kind of good. That's the way I kind of wanted it. So I went over it a little bit with that, just to kind of give it color. And then I went over it a little bit, just like on the script writing and like the dots with my chalk edgers, which is pastel blue. And then I think I used blossom tree and then the white. So that's how I got my color on the top, and I thought it turned out really good. And then here on the inside, the paper that I used was Prima, the Delight paper, and I used that on all of Marla's stuff, so everything's all one like paper theme, and I tried to keep it all one color theme. So I'm still trying to get that, work that out, that kink out in my style. So sometimes I veer off. And then right here, first thing I did is I just put down like some cheesecloth, and I pulled and frayed it and stuff, and I kind of wrapped it around, rolled it around, and glued it down. You can kind of see it come out behind the clock here. And then, let's see, and then I did all my Scrabble tiles, which I kind of did the same thing with the paint. I gessoed them, and then I used that, I think it's vintage rose, or maybe, I don't know, sorry, I should get it and look, but it's not right here. And it's the same with the sand, the texture paint. I just put some sand in with it, And then I did the same thing with as I did with the chalk edgers. So it's got a little bit of blue and a little bit of just a hint of the blossom tree and the pastel blue. And then before I put the glossy accents on, I distressed or inked the sides with just the edges with Vintage Photo, the distress ink, and then I glossy accented it. So there's just a little bit, and when you put glossy accents over the distress ink that it kind of bleeds a little bit. And I kind of wanted that, like right there you can see it bled a little bit, and that's the way I wanted it, so that's what I did. I didn't put Mod Podge over it or anything. And you can kind of see that I put gesso over the letters just to kind of, I don't know, tone it down a little bit. And then this little clock I got off of eBay, and I got one that's a little bit, this is what they came like. This one's bigger. This one was red and the inside was blue. The clock face was blue. So I took it apart, just like you would a regular little alarm, or a regular alarm clock that's shaped like this. I just took it apart, and I actually spray painted it white, and then I went over it with the same paint. And this one I put a lot more sand in because I wanted it more texture. And then I used the same pastel blue. I used white and blossom tree, and I just went over it just to kind of highlight it so it wasn't all pink. And then this clock face I got off Pinterest, off a free printable clock face off Pinterest, and I printed it on the Prima Lyric paper, and I don't know, it's got like wood grain looking in it, just streaks of the wood grain. And then I just tied some seam binding, and I think I got that from Christina. Thank you, Christina. And then I put 2 little rolled roses from my stash. I think I got those from Tresor Deluxe. And they're not paper. It's some kind of like iridescent fabric. As you can see, they're really pretty. And then this is a wild orchid craft flower, and then another one of those little tiny rolled rose. And then before I glued the clock down, I put this like a pastel blue. I don't know if I have any more. Let's see really quick. It's from Lavish Laces. I don't think I do. Anyways, it's from Lavish Laces. Everybody knows which one it is. And then this is from Tresors Deluxe. And it's actually, I used it, and I think the video should be posted before this one. It's the rolled rose, or not the rolled rose, the altered spool that I did, sorry. And I used this one on the inside of the pink rosette that I altered, the pink rosette trim that I altered, to wrap around the spool. And there's another little flower. So I just stuck that under there, and I glued the clock down with E6000, and I held it there for a little while until it kind of grabbed, and then I just let it dry. And then I stuck a little bubble in that Gisela sent as like a little gift, I think. And then there's another little paper clip that I just gessoed and touched with my chalk edgers. And then I took some of this cream colored pearl bead trim, and I just weaved it in and out of the Scrabble tiles. And then there's another little rolled rose, and there's one right there. And then this is a little bobbin from Marla, which is Echo 92503 here on YouTube. She sent me that in our swap, and I thought it went really well, so I just gessoed it, put chalk edgers on it, and I glued it down. I leaned it up and glued it down with some, I believe it was E6000 I used on that. And then this little jar is from Butterbee Scraps. And what I did was I just put some little pearls in there from my stash. And then I glued the cork in there so it won't come out at all, and it's pushed all the way in there. And then I just took some glossy accents and glued some little pearls, beaded pearls on top, underneath, just kind of underneath this little flower. And this flower is from Prima, I think. Yeah, it's from Prima, and I think I got it with the Divine. And then there's another one right there. And then underneath here is some more of that lace that I got from Lavish Laces. And I believe I have that one right here, so you guys know which one it is. Maybe. Yep, it is this one right here. And I just cut it apart. And I stuck it underneath that flower. And then it's also stuck underneath here too. Underneath those couple of Scrabble tiles. So that's what I did there. And then these are some Wild Orchid Craft rosebuds. And I just stuck them in on the side of the clock there. And then these little things are from Craft Supplies 1. And it's off the bling, the mesh bling trim that was sent to me. And so I just cut these little two things off and I glued them there. And then up here. And then these are just some half-back pearls that I glued there. So that's my muffin tin. And then to go along with it, of course, I made these cute little cupcakes, and I just followed the tutorial from Miranda. So this is the Prima Delight. And then these are like the little flowers that I made for the top. And then this little flower I got from Becky Long from our swap. Thank you, Becky. And then, here's my cup. I don't know, they didn't turn out as great as Miranda's did, but I think it's cute. This is the paper that I used, and then I just used a party cup. And then I filled it with some goodies. I had this filled, but I took them out because I thought it was more of a pain to film with trying to get them out to show you guys like the bottom of the little cupcake, the tin. And then on this one, I did a butterfly from a Sizzix die, and I put some pearl trim from Craft Supplies 1. Focus. And I stuck that in the middle. And then these are my flowers. And this is Prima Delight too. And then there's the inside. Oh, and then on the inside, this one's easier. I did the same thing. I put a piece of paper down on the bottom. And so that's the second one. And Marla, when she gets it, she can either leave the cupcakes in the muffin tin, or take them out and put them on a shelf. And the clock works. I forgot to say that. The clock does work. I used the original hands, and it's set to my time. So I don't know. She always asks me what time it is here, so she's 2 hours ahead of me. So I think it's set right. Yeah, it is set right. And so, yeah, I'll just send it to her like that. And, you've seen the back. It's easy access to change the batteries, and I think it's just one of the little flat circle ones. So that is my muffin tin for her. And also we did it so that we could set them on our desk and keep little trinkets in. So that's why I'm saying she can take these out too. So, and she can just put, her most used stuff in there or whatever. So I hope she likes it. I actually thought it turned out really cute, and I've been dying to show her. So I gotta get it mailed off soon before I spill my guts to her. So anyways, I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, I forgot. I was going to show everybody everything that I made for Marla. So, like I said, I tried to keep on the, the color scheme and the Prima Delight paper. So I made her this gumball machine, and I have a video. Oops. Let me move this over so you guys can see it. So I made this gumball machine, and I have a video on it. I think it's a couple videos back. And then I also made her because she really liked this dresser. So I did a tutorial, and this is the one that I used for the tutorial, and I made. So that's a couple of videos back. So I made that, and then of course the treat bag is for her, and that's what it looks like when it's filled with stuff. So I'll just kind of put that right there. And then I've got the muffin tin, and then I also made the little lace roll. And I'll kind of pick up my camera and bring it back, and so you guys can see. I made her quite a bit. And then there's my card. This one is Marla's. And I'll just kind of set that right there, and I'll show you guys as soon as I'm got this all the way that I can show it the best. And then let's see. I made the large bottle cap for her. And then also the very last thing that I made was the altered paintbrush. So, hold on, and I'll kind of pick up my camera and show you guys. Maybe. Okay. So I think I got everything kind of in there. So here's like all the stuff. I'm just going to move my tripod so I don't end up dumping everything. So there's like everything that I made her. And like I said, the altered spool I'll have before this video. And then I think my gumball machine was for my DT last month. And then I did a tutorial on that, and a tutorial, or that was my DT, the bottle cap. And then that was my DT, the paintbrush. And also my card, and then the treat bag will be posted before this too. So that's all for Marla, and then of course I'm going to fill it with some goodies and mail it off to her. So I hope that she likes everything, and let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you soon.